to Desi Diners. Welcome back to Desi Diners. Welcome back to Desi Diners. Today we're gonna be making lemon rice. This is one of the things I find myself craving every so often. You'll find this at every Indian party you go to. That's how good it is. So let's start cooking. Okay, I'm gonna show the ingredients now. I cooked 1 cup of rice. This is fresh. Coriander, oil, peanuts, mustard seeds, Chana Dal, Urad Dal, cumin seeds, turmeric, salt, cashews, dried red chili, green chili, some ginger we're gonna grate later, limes. Typically I'd use lemons. We don't have those, but limes are perfectly fine. Some curry leaves, some Hing powder. I have no idea how to pronounce this in English, but that's the bottle. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is grate this piece of ginger. I've kind of started peeling it already, but I'm just gonna take this grater and start grating it. Okay, my thing's kind of over now, but this is the ginger. I kind of gripped it up. So I'm just gonna take all the rest of it. The next thing we're gonna do is cut our green chilies. So I'm gonna cut these in half into slits. It's a little bit hard to do, so bear with me a moment. That was a horrible slit. I'm really bad at cutting tiny things. I actually cannot cut those for the life of me, so I'm getting a little bit of help. But cutting them in half like that is what we want. All right, now we're gonna cut our limes. I microwaved these a little bit and squeezed them on the table just so that they would squeeze a little bit better. And we're just gonna cut these in half because all we're doing is squeezing them. So I'm gonna cut these first. Last lime. I'm just gonna squeeze the juice into this bowl. So these were really hard limes, so I'm gonna try my best here. I got comments on how I squeezed my limes on the other videos. Someone told me the correct way to do it, but these are hard, so don't judge me. So we just finished squeezing our lime juice. So the first step we're gonna take is we're gonna get our rice and we're gonna pour in the juice all in here, and then we're gonna mix the salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in kind of a circular motion so that it's kind of going everywhere. Then I'm gonna pour in my salt. I'm gonna mix this and come back. I'm just going at this with my hand because I feel like that's easier to mix everything properly. So I'm just taking everything and like flipping it. All right, so I just finished mixing, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna keep this aside and start our saute process. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is turn our stove onto a medium-low flame, and I'm just gonna pour my oil in already. Measurements will be in the description. I'm gonna pour that in, and I'm gonna let that heat up for like a couple seconds. Okay, so now we're gonna put in our peanuts. We're gonna let these get to a golden brown color, and then we're gonna take them out. Turn my heat up a little bit. I actually don't think the oil's heated enough, so we're just gonna let that heat. All right, I'm just gonna keep swishing this around and letting all the peanuts get evenly cooked. The peanuts have gotten pretty golden brown now, so I've already taken them out, but what they'll be looking like. I love using them because they add a really nice crunch when you're eating this, so that's why I always use a lot. All right, now we're gonna add in our cashews. So I'm just gonna swirl this one around as well, and we're gonna let these get to a golden brown as well. Now they've turned to a really nice golden brown, so I'm gonna go ahead and take them out and put them in the same bowl. Try to do this quickly so that they don't burn. I think out of the peanuts and the cashews, the peanuts are my favorite. Now we're gonna start sauteing our aromatics. So first thing I'm gonna do is add a spoon of our mustard seeds, and we want these to start popping, so just like that. And then we're gonna add the same amount of Urad Dal. And then we're gonna add the same amount of our Chana Dal. We're actually gonna add another spoon. So, making a mess. I'm gonna mix that. We're gonna add in our cumin seeds. Gonna add a little bit less than that. All right, we're gonna mix this. Then we're gonna add in our crushed red pepper. So I'm gonna break these in half a little bit. So now we're gonna add in our green chilies and our cut up ginger. I'm just gonna add that in. Try to be quick with it so it doesn't burn. Turn my heat down a little bit. And we're just gonna mix that carefully. We want our chili to get kind of crisp. You're gonna make sure to mix this well so that nothing sticks to the pan. All right, And now we're gonna add in our turmeric powder. I'm gonna sprinkle this over evenly so it's not all in one spot. I'm gonna mix that. And now we're gonna add in our curry leaves. I'm just gonna add those in, stuck to my hand. Go ahead and mix those. Super pretty color. Get in, look at that. That is the hue you want. All right, now we're gonna add our Hing powder, just a small pinch, so. Can't really see it that well, but now I'm just gonna mix that. It's gonna give it a nice aroma. All right, this is all pretty much mixed up. I'm gonna turn my flame off, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our rice and we're gonna add our kind of saute mixture into the rice. So I'll be careful with this since it is hot oil. I'm just gonna add this over and get a spoon, kind of take it from the side, just to get the rest of that oil and flavor that's still in that pan. I'm gonna take some of the rice and kind of put it back in the pan and mix it. Just pour it back in. Get around the sides. Might take a little bit more. Now I'm just gonna pour this back in. Now I'm just gonna mix this entire thing. You know you're there once everything is yellow and the colors evenly distributed. Always take from the bottom. I've kind of finished mixing it. What I'm gonna do now is taste the rice and see if I wanna add a little bit more salt or not. So, I think it's pretty good right now, but add salt to your taste. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my coriander and my fried nuts. So, oops, oh, it's still hot. Then we're just gonna mix again. Gonna try my best not to spill anything. This is a really easy process. This probably only took me like 30 minutes. So if you want something really easy to make and it's been a long day, I'd really recommend this. All right, now our lemon rice is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. Dinner time, I'm hungry. But I hope you enjoyed that. This is such an easy process that this should be a no-brainer for anyone to make this. Okay, it's tasting time. Let's get this in my bowl. So I'm gonna have me and my dad try this. I'm gonna get a lot of peanuts in my bite because that's my favorite part. So good. I'm gonna have dad behind the camera try a little bit. What do you think?
Yummy.
Should we have mom try a bite? I didn't give you any peanuts, I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was Desi Diners. I hope you had a great time. So let me know what you think of this recipe in the comments. I will be waiting.